Hey guys, it's me, Arian, and today, um, I'm going to do a new what if. What if Deku was Bakugo's brother, or was the brother of Bakugo? But anyways, of course, Deku would look different. He would have basically the like the kind of yellow hair that Bakugo has. Except it's floofier, like Deku's hairstyle, but Bakugo's hair color. Also have the red eyes and that stuff. Of course, so yeah. I forgot Mitsuki and I forget the parents' names, but anyways, Izuku is basically 5 minutes younger than his older brother Bakugo or Katsuki. Deku does call him Katsuki, or just calls him brother. So. But just getting carried away here. Around when Deku's in kindergarten when he's in kindergarten, when he's 4 years old, yeah, he was completely amazed by Bakugo's new quirk and how it works, and then Izuku's there was a spark. There's kind of like a kind of a spark glowing in Izuku's hand, and then it popped, making a little explosion. And Bakugo saw this, and it was like, what on earth? And after telling that to the teacher, and after the day after they go back home, Mitsuki brings Izuku to the quirk doctor, and he says that honestly I don't have a quirk name for it, like all the other what ifs I've done. I don't have a quirk name for it, but I'll come up with it maybe. So basically, what Izuku's quirk is, as it allows him to create sparks from either inside of his body or outside. He can shoot these sparks and then basically make these sparks and ignite them to create an explosion. So while he kind of is like Bakugo's quirk, he can make sparks from all over his body, and he can use multiple at a time. So I guess you kind of say it's more powerful. You can also shoot the sparks out from his hand or head or basically any part of his body, and basically ignite it from there. So he's not only limited to his actually having to get close to them or like close range attacks, but anyways, everyone's amazed by their awesome quirks, and yeah, Bakugo is not as nearly as mean as he was in canon, because it's his brother. I mean, and if he was rude to him, Mitsuki was probably teaching him a lesson. But anyways, yeah, they grow up they grow up maybe into middle school, saying basically, the last period teacher walks in, throws all the papers into the air, like that stuff, yada yada. Goes to small arguing about being the best hero, yada yada. Also, Deku is much more confident because he actually has a quirk now. So he can believe he can do anything. So, well, he still is kind and caring. He also Bakugo doesn't as bully kids as much because Zuko is always there to lecture him and stuff like that. And that's why he ended up not bullying that kid that Bakugo was bullying in canon, when he bet up Zuko. But, yeah. That never happened. So, yeah. That happens, and the teacher's like, Zuko, do you want to go to UA too? And everyone's saying, yeah, you'll definitely get into UA with that quirk. And yeah, after the day, Bakugo and Izuku, head home, and then they decide to take a shortcut. And then that's when the sludge villain appears and pins Bakugo to a wall with some sludge, and then basically jumps onto Izuku, trying to take control over his body. And Bakugo uses his explosions to explode the piece of sludge that was holding him to the wall, and then dash towards the sludge villain. And then Izuku makes a spark inside of his hand, then ignites it, making an explosion from his hand, getting rid of the piece of sludge. Then he creates more explosions out of his hands, damaging the sludge villain. And then that's when Deku creates two full power explosions within, creates one spark in his right foot, and then another spark in his left foot, and these are at max power. And then he ignites them, and basically it sends him launching. And then Izuku uses his explosion to get back on the ground before he hits his head on the roof by creating sparks in his hands, and then igniting them so he gets launched down to the ground. And the sludge villain is pretty weakened now, so they both Izuku creates a full power explosion in one of his hands, and Bakugo does the same. Has a full power explosion ready in one of his arms. Then they both use it on the sludge villain, completely demolishing him, but not killing him. Just leaving the sludge villain scattered all over the place. And that's when All Might arrives, and it says, "I am here." And they're both in utter shock that they just seen All Might. Oops. But they're in utter shock because they just seen their idol All Might standing right in front of them. And then, yeah. So, Bakugo takes the sludge villain to the police station. Deku and Bakugo go home. And yeah. They apply for the UA entrance exam. Train for 10 months. Deku mostly practicing on basically practicing on shooting multiple sparks at once out of his, like not like inside of his body, but just shooting them out of his body. And yeah, basically he now can well, he doesn't really get he does get now he's shoot now he can shoot now he basically can shoot sparks like bullets, like how using his hands like guns to shoot sparks as like bullets that explode on contact. So yeah. And Bakugo mostly trains, with his explosions and yada yada. I don't really know how he can improve, but anyways, they're both at the UA campus, and then they go into an auditorium. President Mike explains all the rules, yada yada. Then they both go outside again. They both go, they're handed a piece of paper. They do the test, and yeah, and then it's time for the actual entrance exam. Izuku and Bakugo are in separate cities, but anyways, when it starts, Izuku rushes off just like all the others. Izuku just shoots a bunch of bullets at basically 5 robots that were together, destroying each one of them, saving a boy called Mineta. Yeah. Then he creates 2 sparks from his hands, ignite them to launch himself into the air, and then sees another robot, so he shoots a spark bullet at it, and it destroys it. And he basically keeps just using explosions to destroy all the robots. With he keeps using the spark bullets to destroy all the robots. And then this big 0 pointer appears, and Izuku is about to get out of there when he hears a voice calling for help, and it's Walter Uraraka. And Izuku ignites 2 sparks in both his hands and his feet at max power, launching himself far in the air, like maybe a meter above the 0 pointer robot, then creates 2 full power explosions from his hands, and then fires them, just completely obliterating the 0 pointer, and it's basically falling backwards. And then Izuku is able to stick the landing because he's constantly igniting sparks from his hands, to basically keep himself in the air. Then he gets back on the ground, gets the boulders off of Ochako, and they run to the entrance when President Mike says it's over. Okay. And after that, they go home. When he goes home, he waits about a week for the message. Yeah, that stuff. And so yeah. They wait a week. They get the letter, the message, yeah. they go to their first day at UA and they do the quirk assessment, the classroom. Basically everything kind of goes like canon. Except Bakugo and Deku, Izuku walking together. Well, yeah, not too much changes. So for the ball throw, Bakugo was first in the entrance exam. So he throws the ball. Yeah, everyone basically gets the same throw. Except for Izuku, who basically, for Izuku's ball throw, he ignites 3 max power sparks in his hands. Ignite them all at once as soon as he's about to throw the ball, launching the ball like maybe 1,000 more meters than Bakugo's throw. All the tests are like the same. The first day it goes the same. Yeah. Sorry for the skips. I'm just not really in the zone right now. I'm kind of tired. But I'm just going to leave this off here. The first day at UA. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if you didn't. Sorry if this is shorter than the others. As I said, I'm tired and it's close to my bedtime, so yeah. I'll probably be making another one of these on maybe Monday. I might be making another one on Monday of a second part to this on Monday. I definitely will probably be making. Oh yeah, what if? Well, this day's okay. Tomorrow is gonna have like a new what if as well. Although it won't be My Hero Academia themed, I can tell you that much. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all next time. And don't forget to stay safe.